Today's topic is what to do if you're involved in a hit and run here in San Diego. If you're watching this video, there's a very high probability that you've been involved in a hit and run. You're scared, you're nervous, you're terrified, and you don't know what to do. If that's the case, stick around. I think you're going to love this video. My name is Dod. I've been a criminal defense attorney here in San Diego since 2004. My firm is Dod Law. We're located here in downtown San Diego. We also have an office up in Vista. Now, we get hit and run cases all the time. And typically it's the situation where, you're driving, it's nighttime, and you hit a parked car. You're scared, it's cold. You're a young girl, young guy, you don't want to get out in the middle of the night. You don't want to go wake up the neighbor to find out whose car it is. It's a big apartment complex and there's a bunch of cars and you hit a couple cars. You don't know whose car it is. You're terrified, you're scared, and you leave. And you go home. And on your way home, you notice that there was cars, behind you, following you. And most likely they got your license plate, right? Or there's other situations where you get in a crash and your car is inoperable and you're scared and you just get out of the car and you run. And, we don't judge you for what you did. I hate it when people say, well, they were drunk. Well, they ran because they had something to hide, or they ran because they're scared and it's late at night. And it's cold and you're a young girl and it's in a bad neighborhood and you don't want to just stick around and you're freaking out. So we can never judge you for that, because if you've never been put in a situation like that, who is to judge you as to what you would do in that situation, right? So you go home and you're scared, you're terrified, and you wake up the next morning and you're like, whoa, what do I do? I just left my car at the scene. They know it's me. These cars were following me. They have my license plate. What do I do? It's simple. You get in contact with a criminal defense attorney that handles these types of cases. Now, my firm gets these calls all the time, and this is what we do. And this is the goal in your case. So hopefully you have insurance. Now, if you don't have insurance, get insurance. And I'm not saying get insurance after the incident. I'm just saying if you're watching this video just to watch this video and you don't have insurance, make sure your car has insurance. It's illegal to drive in California with no insurance. It's a violation of Vehicle Code Section 16028. So get insurance. If you have insurance and you're involved in a hit and run, what you do is you contact an attorney. What we will do is we will get all your information, your driver's license, your insurance, the location of the incident, everything about the case, and we will contact the police department, traffic investigation division, and we will be in contact with, one of the officers in hopes that we can resolve this case in a civil matter. So typically what happens is we call, we email. The officer is going to email us back and say, give us all your client's information. We're going to get all the information from our client. We're going to then give it to the officer, right? So what the officer is going to do at that point is the officer is going to contact whoever the reporting party is, or whoever, the victim of the crash, or whoever they need to contact, they're going to contact. And let me back up a little bit. If there's a person involved, if there's an injury involved, everything I'm saying here is not going to work. Okay, because you're going to get hit with hit and run with injury. I'm talking about if this is just hit and run property damage, then everything I'm telling you is how we would proceed on the case. Now, if it's hit and run and there's an injury involved and you hit a pedestrian or you hit somebody and you took off, it's a whole different ballgame. You're probably going to get charged with hit and run, causing injury. We have other videos on that, but this is strictly hit and run property damage. And typically what we do is we give everything to the officer. And what the officer does is he contacts the reporting parties, the party who got the car damaged, who wants their car to be replaced, and gives them your insurance information. And then the ball starts rolling. And then eventually what the officer is going to do is reach out to the victim of the case to see if they've been made whole, if your insurance company has paid for it, and if they have, then there's a very high probability the detective will not send the report to the DA's office, and the case just stops there at the police station. You will never be charged with the crime. So if you're freaking out, you have anxiety, you're watching this video, do not freak out. We get these cases resolved civilly all the time without it ever going into a criminal court. So the most important thing that you can do in a hit and run case, and obviously if you do get in a hit and run accident, the law here in California says, number one, you have to stop. Number two, you got to leave identifying information. So in that situation, what you do is you pull over. If you're too scared to go knock on doors or find out whose car it is, you get a piece of paper, you get a pen, you write a note, your name, driver's license, your phone number, your identifying information. You just put it on their windshield so they can give you a call. That will satisfy your duty under California law. However, if you didn't do that, you took off, you left your car there, you notice people got your driver's license, and you know that at some point a detective is going to come to your house, call you, or you're going to get a nasty letter in the mail, reach out to an attorney. We will get in contact with the police department in hopes that we can get this case completely resolved. Now, the next issue, what if you were drunk, right? In a lot of these cases, and we don't ask. I don't ask, well, were you drunk? In the majority of these cases, when you hit a car, you crash, you flee, there's a very high probability that you were intoxicated. Now, if you left, they wouldn't be able to prove that you were intoxicated. But if you have prior DUIs and you get in a crash and the detective gets it, there's a very high chance that he's going to send the case to the DA because they probably know that you were intoxicated, right? Because you have prior DUIs, you get in a collision, you took off. So if this is a first-time incident for you and you were drunk and you hit a car and you took off, you're lucky that nobody was injured, because if somebody was injured, then you're going to get hit with hit and run causing injury, DUI causing injury. These are serious felony charges here in California. They could be strikes. So in these situations, what I'm telling you is on a simple, you hit a parked car, you get in a collision, you're too scared to stop, you take off, call an attorney, we'll take care of it. My name is Dod. I've been doing these for almost 19 years. We get these cases all the time. And if I were to put a percentage on the amount of cases that my firm is able to stop from going criminal, I'd say about 90% of the cases that we retain, and I'm not giving you any percentages to give you any false sense of hope, but in the cases that we retain, approximately 90% of them, we're able to stop with the police with the insurance and all the other information to make the victim at whole. The case never goes to the DA, and the case ends. You are not criminally charged. So if you've watched this video, I know I just said a mouthful, give us a call, 619-814-5110. My name is Dod. You can ask to talk to me. You can ask to talk to one of my attorneys. We're here in downtown San Diego. We have offices in Vista. We practice in San Diego, Vista, El Cajon, Chula Vista. We do all over Southern California, but primarily here in San Diego. If you like this video, please hit that like button, hit the notification bell, subscribe to my channel so we can help educate the public and help the public get the help that they need. Thank you very much. Have a great day.